Okay, so starting with this question number 30, Roman number to integer. So the problem statement is given is Roman numerals are represented by seven different symbols which are I, V, X, C, L, C, D, and each of the symbols will and M also, and each of the symbols are representing the different numbers which are I for 1, V for Y, 5, X for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500, and M for 1000. So what it is given that if a user prints any values in Roman number, it will give an output in the our numbers which are written in integer type. So how to solve this question first? So for this, we are using a method which is of unordered map. So how do we use this? Let's start it. So unordered map. So what is unordered map? Let us understand that what is map, unordered map. So unordered map helps us to store the any number with a particular key and value manner, and in whatever data type we want. Like if I want to store the Roman numbers which are I, V, X, L, each I as 1, V as 5, X as 10, L as 50. So I will put them in a map. So each of the variables which are I, V, X, L will store or hold a value of integer which is 1, 5, 10, 50, or anything else. So first we create a map over here, and for this also we have to write a special file name include unordered map. You get to understand that we have to use unordered map over here, and we also have to include string over here. Now, this is for the initialization of. If you understand why this is used, this is firstly for the initialization of each of the variables, and for make their precise value of their own variables, which is I for 1, V for Y, 5, and many more. But now we want that a user input any value like I, X, V. So he gets any answer in integer for this. Just like this, I and X, which is equals to 9. So for this logic, we are using a simple for loop over here. And for this, we are using a for loop over here. And with some of the conditions which will be given further. So firstly, just make a map over here in a code. So let us come to the code side. So what does this code side is now? A class solution, public and int Roman solution, which is just a function over here. Sorry. Um, Now we have to just initialize a map over here. So unordered map. This stores key and values. So first of all, our key is char because each of the symbols are in character manner, and our storing values are in integer manner. So we are storing in int. The overall unordered map name is should be Roman, I guess, and this. So as you say, we have to add a file over here. So we use include on order map. Again, we have to include string over here and using namespace as std. Not std, using namespace std will be enough. Alright. Now we have to write each and every symbol over here. So firstly we write I, but in a character bracket, and we write 1 over here for integer value. For each of these things, I have to make it proper. 5 for x, I have to enter 10. For L, I have to make it 50. For C, yeah, C, I have to make it 100. For D, I have to make it 500. And for M, I have to make it 1000. Alright. So I have just complete all the numbers in a unordered map. Now I have to just make sure that we have to do the rest of the part in this. So how do we just do the rest of the part? Let us see. Okay, let me just make a little bit of spacing over here. All right. Now we will make a result over here, which initial value will be 0. And at last we will be return result only to that user. And again we are making a bracket over here for class solution. So there will be no, okay, no need. No need. Now for this, you can see that we are using int result is equal to 0. Now making changes into result and according to the user input and give return result to the return to the user so that he understand that whatever he write and through the symbol using Roman numbers, what the value of will it out into in an integer. So for this logic, we will use for loop. Now it will goes through int I equals to 0 to I up to size s dot size and I plus plus. Now whatever logic will be written, it will be written in a for loop. Now let us see what can be done now. So to get to know that it's a for loop over here, what you have to do, um, yeah, what we can do is we can make an integer curve which is current and make this a Roman s of I and make a next over here. Uh, but a next number over here to check that if s of I is greater than not greater than not s of I guess I plus 1 is greater than s of size. Why? I will explain now. And make a ternary operator over here and giving permission to check further for this. If true, if it is false, I will return it to 0 to the next. All right, whole thing has been done. Now, what what I have written is, let me explain you quickly. In for loop, I have run the for loop from I equals to the 0 to the I less than s dot size. And what I have written is um, what I have written in that a ternary operator and making those current and next word is making current equals to Roman s of I. So what will it do? That Roman s of I. So I starts from 0. So whatever number will come in Roman is checked by s of I. So if s of I is I, then from Roman of I, it will stores the current value as 1. So current will turn into 1. So this logic I have applied on this. And for next, I have just make a ternary operator y. So if the question will goes to like this, I and x. If we use I and now x is our current, then there is no next any other word or variable to check. So what to do now? So if the I plus 1 will be equals to the size of 0, s of size, sorry, 0 no, s of size, then the condition what we write is I plus 1 is greater than s of size will be false, and this become false, then overall value will return will be 0, and the value will return will be 0, then no other thing will be added to it. And this is how we will make sure that if any other thing or any other variable is not added over here, so how to remove it or how to just check that we have to add it through our logic or not. So this is what I have explained right now. But now the main core topic is the addition of the numbers, or not numbers but current and next, or subtraction of it. So how to do this? Let us see. Let us first understand on the whiteboard. We must use result in such a way that the core concept of this is if we write a Roman number over here, first of all, we write the least or least not but smallest Roman number in the first in the first you can say that zeroth index. You can say also this, or in the trailing part, you are writing the largest Roman number like X or L. But if you write I over here in the last part and X or L over here, the things are gonna change. And how this is addition and subtraction works in Roman number. So in Roman number, if the first part of Roman number is smaller than the next part, so whatever number it is, it will be added up to it. If the first part is not smaller. Instead of smaller, it gets larger than it. Then the thing's gonna change into subtraction mode. So if we say what you have to do is um, we have just already initialized it. So uh, if is what did we say? If next part is less or greater than the current part, then subtraction will be work. So yeah, all right. If or not if, but you can write else. This is how this works. Okay. And at last we have already written the result over here. So overall question is done, but we have to just done our coding part. So now we will write if the current is less than next. Hmm. Result will be plus or equals to not plus or equals to minus or equals to uh, CURR else result plus or equals to all right. And then we have to return the result also. So we return result. This is the past solution. Overall, it is done. Now just test the okay. What if it has written that? All right. So there was a little bit problem, which was I early initialized the bracket. So the int Roman bracket was ended over here. I added extra bracket for this. That is where the error was generated. And another problem was the next for next we use not I plus one. This was my mistake over here. I plus one should be done. Okay. So overall question was right, logic was done, but just I plus one over here. Okay. Just remember this thing that I plus one should be done. Okay. It just accepted in three of the cases and just submitted over here. As you can see, it runs on 100 bit per second, and you just ask about the time complexity and space complexity over here. So, what is the time complexity and space complexity over here? Time complexity will be, I guess you can say that time complexity will be O of n because overall the code has been worked on unordered map by just running the or checking it one by one only, and space complexity is only O of one only because no other any thing has been added or variable has been added to unordered map to change its value. So yeah, everything has been done. Question has been done so far, and see you in the next video. Thank you.